This chapter is taken from the book Money, Present and Future by Patric Chan. You can learn more at moneypresentandfuture.com today. Enjoy this free chapter.
Building a team for your business. When you start a business, you're working on it alone. You're the web page creator, the customer support, the marketer, the email sender, and every other position available. Usually, the output of your work and effort has a limit. But once you've dialed it in, where you're generating some consistent income, you can explore ways to increase the output. My expertise is not about becoming a CEO and running a corporation. It's how to create systems so that I can work less but still earn significantly more. So my model won't be able to be applied to an 8-figure business, but it's likely for 6 figures and 7 figures because I've done it before. The model is called Operation Zero Employees. To give you some context, I think we all want to start an online business because we want to enjoy the internet lifestyle and have the freedom we can enjoy. To build online businesses that can generate leverage income so that we only need to work some of the time. I work about 8-10 hours a week with the weekends off. That's about 2 hours a day, and I usually work in the morning until lunchtime. If that's your goal too, making a predictable income every month from the internet and having time with your family and for yourself too, then this may be the model that's suitable for you too. Throughout this book, I haven't truly shared my background and expertise in making money using the internet. You see, I've been in this business for 2 decades now, maybe more by the time you're reading this. I started in 2003, and by 2005, I was getting invitations to speak at seminars and conferences worldwide. In 2005 and 2008, I've spoken in 11 countries, including the United States, Australia, China, and the UK, as an authority on internet marketing. To date, I've spoken in 12 countries. But after 2008, I stopped traveling worldwide to speak because I decided to spend time with my firstborn baby. In 2013, I launched my online business seriously in ClickBank and achieved platinum status after that. Since then, I've received the ClickBank Platinum Award for multiple years, an award only the 1% of ClickBank seller gets. Combining offline and online, many of my students have made millions using the internet, and it's common for some to make 5- and 6-figure incomes. Our product was even featured in entrepreneur.com because it helped my student achieve success, and they picked up her success story. My students' successes motivated me to write 3 best-selling books about internet marketing. One was even co-authored with Robert G. Allen, the New York Times best-selling author of 1 Minute Millionaire, multiple streams of income, and many other mega big bestsellers and sold millions. But what if I would tell you that I did all these with 0 employees and only worked about 10 hours a week because I built a business that makes money as passively as humanly possible and, more importantly, gives me freedom. To achieve this, I use a different approach. How can you generate more profit while scaling the business smaller? After all, the smaller the operation, the less overwhelmed you'll get. You'll also be making more money. Simple science, that's how Operation Zero Employees operates. Before you continue reading, just let me get it straight. If you want to build a $100 million startup or become a CEO working in a big office space, this is not for you. This is for those who want to run and own an internet business with total freedom, without the baggage of managing employees, without going to the office every day, without having an HR department, without having high overhead costs, without renting big offices, etc. You get the idea. It's for someone who wants to make 5 to 6 figures of monthly income yet be able to work in Starbucks on their terms. I mean, it doesn't have to be Starbucks, it could be in your preferred place to work. If you like, you could work in any country for that matter. Basically, it's for someone who doesn't want to be controlled by a boss or even investors. You can do whatever you want with your business because you have the freedom now. It all boils down to having a system. After testing this model for 5 years before release, I can streamline the formula into 3 core components for you to create predictable incomes. 1. Operation 2, Automation 3, Campaign. And 3 of these are interconnected to become a system to help build an evergreen online business without even needing you to have your own products to sell. But in this chapter, I want to cover a part of operation, having your team. Having a team doesn't mean you need to have employees. In my company, all my team members have the right to do their own side hustles. Although they're still getting paid monthly, they're not my employees. Thus, it's Operation Zero employees. In order to build your team, you need to shift your concept. You're not looking for employees. You're looking for others who you can also help to achieve their goals. It's a paradigm shift. When I embraced this paradigm shift, my world changed. It gave me freedom, attracted the right people to me, and more importantly, I knew I was doing the right thing because I was helping others. With that concept in mind, you'll be able to approach others where you're helping them instead of trying to get them to work for you. And in my online entrepreneurship journey, I've discovered that 4 leading roles need to be filled in any operation: the mechanic, the artist, the manager, and the entrepreneur. Each plays a crucial part in the success of the business. The mechanist. This is the person who usually takes care of the technical task. They typically have little creativity, as in they perform best when given the exact instructions to execute. Some tasks under the mechanist belt in various online business models could include setting up stores, integrating your payment gateway, ensuring your website operates smoothly, scheduling your social media posts, setting up upsell funnels, creating member R for customers to access, etc. The artist. This is the creative soul in your team. Whether crafting beautiful designs, writing compelling copy, or brainstorming innovative solutions, the artist brings a unique creative flair to your business. And sometimes they can do the work better than you, unless you're also another artist. The tasks? They could include designing media for you, enhancing your video to look more attractive, writing your sales letter, etc. So long the work requires creativity. Usually, their work is different from time to time because art is not always the same. The manager is the one who holds everything together. They're like the car's driver, ensuring everything is running smoothly and heading in the right direction. They coordinate and they organize. They ensure that the mechanist's work aligns with the artist's creativity and that all of it fits into the entrepreneur's strategy. Their strengths lie in their organizational skills and their ability to follow up with other team members, ensuring they are not slack off. Because your team is remote, having someone in charge of the entire team is critical. The entrepreneur, the visionary and leader of the team, your role is to steer the ship. If the entrepreneur is you set the course for the business, make significant decisions, and inspire your team toward your shared goals. You need to figure out, why are we doing this? Why will this work? Why is this better? What should we do? They are also the ones who are constantly looking for opportunities for growth and expansion. At the same time, keep in mind that the entrepreneur is the one who funds the entire business. So, in other words, the business risk is always on the entrepreneur. Now, a single person can play multiple roles, especially in a small startup. But ultimately, you want to build a team where these roles are filled by individuals who are best suited for them. The trick is that you need to know where you are weak at. Then find a team member to fill in that vacuum. And you may be wondering where I could find them. Some of my team members have been with me for 5 years and even more than 10 years. Because with Operation Zero Employees model, I do not restrict their side hustles. And we are all working remotely. This means they don't need to start work at 9:00 a.m. They can choose their working hours. Likely, they don't see working in my company as a job, but as a side hustle of their own. For me, I don't care how many hours they work. All that counts is the output and KPI. End of the day, did the work get taken care of? That's all that's relevant to me. Here are some of the key places where I found my team. previous employees. If you used to have a company or if you're running a business, you can always ask your previous employees to join you again. You could approach a prior employee with a job and get them to be part of your team. Neighbors. Yes, it's true. I've managed to get my neighbors to be part of my team. If you've never asked, you'll never know. A neighbor could be a woman who is a mother and has some great talents, but she prefers to be a homemaker. You could offer her flexible work hours to help with some tasks for your business, or a student. My team has students who are very good with computers like social media editing and videos, and they're my neighbors too. Referrals. This is how I found my programmer for my previous SaaS software platform business. It all started when I started a conversation with someone at a party, and they knew someone who could do programming. Then we set up a virtual interview and hired him. The programmer works from home using the same Operation Zero Employees model. Freelance websites. You can hire people from Fiverr or other freelance websites. Although I don't usually use this for hiring a team member, mostly for ad hoc tasks. The reason is that for the team, these are people I know as a person, not just via email or picture. I want you to think of it this way. It's like employees working together in a company where they're not freelancers. The difference is that the conventional employment rules and regulations do not restrict them, yet they get compensated with fixed monthly fees and can do anything else they want. The advance that I have? Flexibility and freedom. In my book, that's enough to be worth everything when running a business. The CAMP formula. Once you find your team members, you need to build your team systematically. Here are the steps I use, which I call the CAMP formula, and work the acronym backward. C. Communication. You need a project management platform to communicate well with your team. There are plenty of options today, including Asana and Monday. But I'm currently using Basecamp because I started very long ago, and since everything is already archived there, it's too much work even to consider moving to other platforms. And then we use WhatsApp for any immediate communication needed. Other platforms would be Gmail and Zoom for regular meetings with the entire team. A. Archive. There should be a master archive place for all your team members to look for the needed information. Archive all your training, SOPs, emails, and communication in a place like Google Drive or OneDrive. This is also why we'll always use a project management platform instead of communicating in Gmails. We want to archive everything for future reference. M. Mechanical work. In theory, mechanical work should be done by your team because they're not the money makers, and with proper SOPs, a mechanist should be able to do it. So make sure to plan out all of the mechanical work so that your involvement is very minimal. This includes standard customer support, setting up Zoom classes, transcripts, and other tasks. For instance, it has been years since I checked customer support emails or logged in to our help desk ticket center. The other reason is that it's an unavoidable fact that there will be haters or horrible customers from time to time. No matter how unreasonable they are, the truth is, I'll still get emotional with their statements and judgments. So why would I bother to be burdened with those despite their unreasonableness? I'll let my team take care of those. P. Product training. Regardless of what business models you're using, your business should have products. Your team members need to undergo product training to support them, allow them to access your products, even if they're not free. I'm not suggesting you do the same, but my team even gets to access my expensive training that sells for thousands of dollars. Well, there are two aspects to this. I would instead give that so that I don't need to work. Secondly, with ZE model, my mindset is a bit different. I'm always rooting for my team to achieve their own entrepreneurial success too. As I've mentioned, my team members have their own side hustles, and some may have even generated more income than what they're earning from my company each month. But I'm not afraid of losing them because if they don't see the value of working with me anymore, they shouldn't. However, the risk of losing them is minimal because I'm always striving to make it worth their time and effort to continue working with me. The point is to build a system on which the operation, automation, and campaign are all focused. Your online business doesn't mean you must use the internet to find people. Start sharing offline and you'll find your dream team. So there you go. That's how I find my team and operate with them. The same method can be applied to you. The key is to start talking and telling people what you need. You'll be surprised at how many people are out there who can help you with your business. If you'd like to know more about Operation Zero Employees, check out https://operationzeroemployees.com